I believe he's ready for the NBA right now because he's a very unique player. But it's almost like he was born to complement his father because he can play defense at the NBA level because he's got physicality to him. He's got high IQ thanks to his father, and he knows how to play basketball. And I think he's going to be a really good spot-up three-point shooter. And I don't know what the 27% is about, but I will say this. Just remember, he missed the first 8 games of the year because he had a heart condition, and it was serious business, and God bless him. I think he's okay, and it seemed like he came back and bounced back, but he never quite got in the flow and got his legs underneath him because that was a shocker that he went through. And then the team fell apart, and it never clicked. So he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you put him on the Lakers next year, LeBron would figure out how to utilize him and play with and off him the way he does off Austin Reeves because they vibe, because they get it. Austin Reeves just knows how to play. Bronny knows how to play basketball.
The reason he would get drafted is because his dad is LeBron. Sort of the same reason you got into law school, because your dad went there. You know how many people have asked me that I know through the years, can you get my kid an internship at Fox? Connections matter. They always have. LeBron can get a $180 million max contract. If Bronny got drafted, he'd make $1 million in the second round. So essentially, you'd be paying LeBron $181 million, not $180 million. Dan Hurley's son, he's on the bench for UConn. Who cares? It's cool. Dad and son. Giannis's brother never had a start for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's on their bench. If it gave LeBron energy and the Lakers sign him, Lakers have plenty of length. They could use athletic young shooters. Every time you drive down the freeway and you see a plumber's truck, you ever notice it's like Johnson and Sons? Oh, dad's handing off the business. How are the Lakers owned? The dad passed away and gave it to his kids. Like, I'm sorry, but the same people outraged by connections are the ones that constantly seek getting their kids ahead through connections. An internship here, getting into a college they don't quite qualify for here. Yes, it's the way the world works.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Q, back at y'all with another video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. I know I've been a little MIA lately, y'all, but my people, man, listen, my people, listen. Your boy just got off vacation. I went to Florida. Staying in St. Pete, you know what I mean, spending some time with the gang and shit, you know what I mean, you know how we do. Went to go see Miami play. The Kaseya Center is beautiful, by the way, man. That was an experience, man. You just had to be there to believe it. I mean, hate doing it to y'all, man. Hate taking these little trips and shit, man. But I got a life to live too, you know what I mean. But without further ado, man, let's get straight into the content. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, yeah, shout out to my boy Laurel, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That was one hell of an experience, my boy. Can't wait for the next road trip, you know what I mean? But got to get my money up first. But Bronny James, man, has decided to declare for the NBA draft 2024. My thoughts on the situation, man. Also, before I even say that, he also figured out a way to maintain his eligibility in college, too. So that was a sweet move by him and LeBron. I know him and LeBron cooked that shit up real nice. So, yeah, shout out to them niggas for doing that. But Bronny James has declared for the NBA draft. Now, the last time I spoke about Bronny James on my channel, I did say that I feel like it would be best for him if he just returned back to college and play one more year. But he's got other plans. Him and LeBron got other plans. You know, LeBron James is like 39 years old. He'll be 40 next season, and his dream is to play with his son, you know what I mean? The first father-son duo ever in the league. And LeBron James wants to be the first one to accomplish that feat, which I don't blame him at all. It's going to be – I want it to happen. Let's be for real. I want it to happen bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I really want that shit to happen. But we'll see what happens. But My thoughts on the situation, though, do I think it's a good idea for Bronny? The way they're doing it is smart, so I don't. I mean, you know what I mean. I can't really say that it's not a good idea because what's the worst that can happen if you don't get drafted? You can just go back to college because you entered the transfer portal. Apparently, USC wasn't a very good situation for Bronny, and that's probably the reason why he struggled last season. But I also do believe that the cardiac arrest situation that he was dealing with in the beginning of the season as well played a role in him not being able to fulfill his high expectations that they had for him going into the season. So, if I'm an NBA team and I'm looking at Bronny James and I'm evaluating him, it's very hard to evaluate him because of the fact that he missed 8 games, and the games that he did play in, he wasn't very good. You know, let's be for real. He wasn't very good. Okay. And another thing I believe is nepotism. Now, nepotism is a big thing in this situation because Bronny's averaging 5 points a game, shooting 27% from three and 31% from the field. Now, when he was in high school, he was a shooter. He could snipe it. I don't know what happened this season. Maybe it was because of the cardiac arrest thing. We never know. But his numbers drastically decreased and declined. But what I will say is, as bad as his offense was last season, I will say that he did show flashes of being a great hustle player, of being a great defensive player, and he has great feel for the game, and he has a high basketball IQ. He is LeBron James' son after all, so I'm not expecting anything less. You know what I mean? But if I'm an NBA team, do I take a gamble on Bronny? Yeah, I could take a gamble on Bronny, but it would have to be in the second round or something. Because I do believe that as bad as Bronny played this season, I do believe that the potential is still there. You know what I mean? The potential is definitely still there. So if a team were to bank on Bronny, they would be banking on his potential of being a great defensive player and one day figuring out the shooting thing because he was a good shooter in high school. You know what I mean? I think he could get back to that with some good shooting coaches around him and what have you. But I could see Bronny succeeding in the league, but he would have to end up in the right situation. Like, I do believe that if Bronny does get drafted, I think the Lakers would be the team to get him. You know what I mean? I think the Lakers would be the team to get him. They already have LeBron James. LeBron James is going to push for them to draft Bronny. And LeBron James is a very powerful player in the NBA, so he can make phone calls and he can pull little strings here and there if need be. So I think he will require a lot of patience because the kid has missed 8 games in the collegiate level, and like I said, the games that he did play, he wasn't very good. So he would require a lot of patience, you know what I mean? But what's the worst that could happen if he doesn't get drafted? Now, he goes back to college. I heard a lot of guys talking about Bronny could go to Ohio State. That's the college that LeBron James was going to go to if he didn't come straight out of high school into the NBA. Another college that Bronny was rumored to go to is Penn State if he doesn't end up liking the situation or the team that drafts him in the NBA draft. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of options for him right now. I feel like him entering the transfer portal was the smartest move he could have did. You know what I mean? Because it kind of gives him 2 options there. So I like it for that. But the moral of the story, though, do I think Bronny James can succeed in the NBA? With a little time and patience, I do believe that he could probably do something. And I really do want to see him and LeBron play together. The first dad and son duo to ever play in the league. That would be very interesting to watch. It would sell a lot of tickets for sure. So I would really be looking forward to seeing that. You know what I mean? But I really do want Bronny to succeed. You know what I mean? Do I believe that there's other worthy players than him? Yeah, because he wasn't a very good player this season. Let's keep it a buck. But you know what I mean? Skip Bayless seems to think a lot of guys skip Bayless and Draymond Green seemed to think that Bronny James will be a better NBA player than a collegiate player. That doesn't usually happen though. So it's very rare that you see a player stink it up in college and then come to the pros and do good. But like I said, he is LeBron James' son, and he did have the incident in the beginning of the year. Excuse me. So this season for him at USC could just be like an anomaly. You know what I mean? You just never know. But yeah, man. So let me know what y'all think, though. Do y'all think it's a smart move for Bronny to enter the draft? Do y'all think he's gonna get drafted in the first round or the second round? I do believe he'll get drafted in the second round if he does get drafted, or he'll just end up being an unrestricted free agent or whatever, and they'll just sign him. You know what I mean? But that's my thoughts. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Thank y'all for checking out the video, and man, I'm gonna get back with y'all on the next one, y'all. Peace.